Y'all couldn't hear me, could you? It's because I had the mute on. What's going on, kids? Tell me you can hear me now. Let me know if you're hearing feedback. Duke Foozle, lurk along, my friend, lurk along. Brother Carco, channel member, what is up, my man? There's my man, Paul Mills, channel member. What is going on? Mark Parks, channel member. I'm working from the bottom up, guys. I know that's crazy. What's going on, Night's Edge? Channel member, good to see you, buddy. And we got Marco hanging out. We got Joseph S. hanging out. We got all kinds of people hanging out. And y'all, I don't know if MC's done this giveaway yet. I didn't get to watch it tonight. I've been running around. What is up, Colby, channel member? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see all you guys. We got Joe Isabella. I've got some of Joe's work that for some reason my light is not doing justice. But if I turn it that way, the black light picks it up. Check that out. Just pause and reflect on the BS-ness of that. But we've got Jim Tergliafiera, channel member. Good to see you, Jim. Welcome, welcome, my friend. We've got Chris229, channel member. Good to see you, buddy. We got Bammy Ninja, channel member, my brother from right across the interstate. We need to rally up sometime up here. Lord Needham, what is going on, buddy? Lord Needham, I'm sure you're playing with sharp things. I've got a few cool sharp things that my buddy A to Z EDC let me check out. And I think the video comes out tomorrow. All these are integrals. We'll look at it here in a bit. Marco, what is going on, my buddy? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Let's see if I missed anybody. Demonok, channel member, what is happening, brother? Good to see you, buddy. I know y'all are going to be bouncing around because there are other stuff with MC and OBs. Neil McKenzie, what is going on, channel member? Good to see you. Let's see. I'm just going rolling. I think we're getting close to the top. I love seeing it when y'all are chatting it up. There's probably going to be somewhere where you can look at that and see how many people are communicating with each other. Thomas McDonald, channel member, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. You slipped in. So yeah, the first one, and I even did an independent review on this one because I've never hung out with a Spyderco Python. And I will tell you, it is, to me, still a very expensive knife. I don't know if it's 644, but it's an integral. I'm sure it's worth that. It's an amazingly built knife. It does have a little bit of sharpness for me down at the bottom. Nothing bad. You can just feel it. And I think people talk about there's not a lot of lock bar access. But the snap and the build quality from Taichung, Taiwan, S90V, just a banger. And then I argued with him on this one because I told him it wasn't an integral. This is an MBK. I forget the number. I've got it written down. Hold on. An XLC integral. So it's one of Monterey Bay's integrals. So it looks like my Warncliffe did, except my Warncliffe was a liner lock and it wasn't integral. But if you look at this, this is a full integral. Whoops, I failed it. That was me in the lock bar. It's on washers too, just so you know. But it does have plenty of spring in terms of D10. If I get my finger off the lock bar, finger on the lock bar. But that is a very interesting knife. I want to say it's ZDP. Ray Laconico on the spine. And this weird little bastardization of a knife. This is the Wee Floroma. It's a Eliza Isham, rest in peace, design. But it's also a titanium integral with carbon fiber. It's got thumb studs. Boom. Got a wicked little Warncliffe blade. It's got a liner lock. It's a Wee, which makes I can fail it on the fuller or in the blade hole, but I can't fail it from the studs. So with thumb studs, it's got a lot of snap. The hole, it's just a smaller knife. But I've got a video coming to talk about integrals because they are a lot more difficult to machine. And then this big abomination, this is the heaviest knife that would be so much cooler if it didn't have these brass or these brass or copper scales. What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
But this is the Riot Jack, and it's another integral. I'm just showing off a couple of knives my buddy A to Z let me hang out with. And it's also one of those internal liner locks. They're all integrals. And then this I thought was a Terrain 365, but it's actually a Prometheus. It doesn't have the Teravantium blade. It's got M390, but it does have the tritium on the thumb studs. And it
What's
is
up, everybody?
full integral.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to tear apart a Rask while John's talking.
Have you come down with something, or are you just scruffy?
What?
Have you come down with something? You sound like you got a little cough, or is it just scruff from
It's
allergies?
just constant sinus issues and allergies and wind and dirt where my nose is just.
Well, you're working around grain bins. That doesn't help.
It's fucked. And today we worked for a little while and it was just dirt blowing it, and you can just, as you're sucking it into your head, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna suck. So yeah.
Well, tear apart the Rask, dude. I wish you had a camera down view. I'd take my table down view off so you could do it. What's up, El Cap Addict?
I took it apart the other day and it's I don't know, it's not playing nice. I don't know what's going on.
When you say not playing nice, Jay,
You know what? I love the Rask, but I found like action, they're perfect, and then they get dirty quick, or they get gummed up, and you gotta clean them. And I don't know. That's just. And
what
then this one,
do you run in it?
just they make their own. They make their own races. They're ceramic bearings.
All right, let's do something.
And they make their own bearing races.
I might have your solution. I
Oh,
think
it's not
if
their
they,
bearings. Their bearings are great. It's just they get. I found that this is
but
a
if they're
nice.
getting gummed up,
It
who,
gets dirty quick.
who makes the Rask? I know it's the same person. North is it Grimsmo?
Grimsmo. So
Grimsmo.
just kind of. And then I didn't do my typical like I wash everything down in alcohol and then just put very little grease in there. They send that nano oil.
I use nano oil or KPL. I don't only use grease, which I use
Yeah, I
Slickamol
say grease nano
washers.
oil.
Are you
So
using the 10 weight, the
yeah, I
low
think that's what
label?
they send.
Yeah, it's why can't I find that on here? I know I've seen the Rask on this skiff bearing compatibility list because I saw the because I know Steve makes bearings for it. The only reason I say is take when you let me know when you take it apart, but I'm
Oh, it's
sure
fun.
they're racetrack bearings, they're stamped. Even if they're super nice, I doubt they're solid phosphorus bronze washer with um the balls going through them. And that's where I've noticed when I have to clean my knives out, when they get a little gritty, that's where the dust accumulates in that open area.
It does.
There's,
It's see they make their own. It's a they use. I think it's Borka. Fuck, I can't remember
let me make you big so I can see.
bearings, and then they make the races themselves.
Okay, so it's solid.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's good. That's a good deal. It looks like it's
yeah.
Delrin, like a Delrin ring.
I would think so. Yeah. Dave said he listened to us last week. I don't know if he's
Did he?
listening now.
I'd love to send him a
He's just so busy. I'm like, Dave, come on, man.
all I got to do, and I meant to do it this week because every other week I've been just sending him a link. I've been running around till right before we started. Bluminati Ninja's in here, and he's been a
He
member
was.
for 12 months.
I
Brother,
said,
thank you.
I said, let me apologize, and I said I got a bit aggressive last week.
Oh, buddy, you don't.
I always do.
I
Those
was
guys
gonna
just.
lead in.
I don't want to get back into it because everybody gets fucking buck.
No, no. And like I said, I was gonna lead into it where I think it's okay for everybody to have different opinions, and I don't want anybody to feel that a different opinion is putting someone down, even if you're pointing out things that anybody in the chat. And pretty soon I'm going to have it set up, guys. What's up, Edgy?
Here's
Let me
an
know if you want to
interesting
join us,
topic for you
buddy.
guys. You guys out there in the chat world, you know I'm not a fan of Chinese knives. Only one for the fact of that's the one thing I can control in my life that I can give money to. I can spend my money with American makers and help keep people employed. And I know he's not popular, but Medford's been talking about it for a while. Nice Guy Machine Company talks about it. Um, what are we going to do? So, and maybe this is just pre-COVID, like because pre-COVID you could walk into a knife store and pick up most of the time like a Chris Reeve or a Hinder. But have you noticed these knives that used to sell out in seconds? The Chris Reeve Hinders. I mean, they're sitting
Yep.
around.
There's Skinner 3.5 inch Skinners right now at DLT, or there
Um,
were.
McNeese, he did a drop. Those things usually flew. Those things are.
I haven't seen them sitting any.
I think USA made. God, my buddy just told me 'cause he was looking. Um, I
Shane, if you're free, I just sent you a IG DM.
so I don't know. Um,
But it
you
is.
know,
Do you think that's
everybody buying
because
cheap pocket knives, or they always complain about American knives are too expensive. Now, is it because the knife's too expensive, or do you not realize what it takes to run a business and employ people and pay health insurance and pay workers' comp insurance and pay rent or a mortgage on a building
Spencer?
and equipment?
I don't think the majority of the people think about that. I think what they think about and I say the majority of the people. I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about the knife community as a whole. I'm talking
Yeah,
about if you look at what Walmart's done to society, they're looking for value for their dollar. And I
yeah.
can tell you right now,
It's
the knife market in my world
it's
is
a small world,
extremely soft because I haven't been buying anything. I was
but it's
feeding the
but it's
economy.
also like they said, it's just one more thing. Like China, they take this, and there's nothing wrong. Like Chinese knife, the quality is
Chicago,
they're nicely
send me an
made.
email
You're not
because
going to, but when
I
people start
found the box
complaining
with
that
the
the
screen in it.
companies need to innovate here or need to do this, like you don't understand. Like they're losing money on those knives just to lose money on those knives in
Oh,
China,
believe
just to
me,
get.
I totally get it, and I watch with great interest, and I come out of it smarter. All of Greg Medford's business videos that are usually rants, but I totally understand because we ran a woodworking company where we made real high end vanities down in Arab, Alabama for 11 years. They were like $1,800 to $3,500 for a 3 foot bathroom vanity that looked like a piece of furniture. But we were competing with companies like Habersham, which were Chinese imports, and they were using all their dollars in marketing. So they had a huge bit of the market share. So I know what it costs for OSHA, for all the little things that you have to run a business. And I think when you look at a $425 Hinder, or you look at a $650 Medford, I'm talking new prices, and then you look at a $600 tactile turn Archer, I see big disparities just in those three knives. So I can appreciate because if you're looking at anything that's high end from overseas, you're at 350 to $400 pretty much anyway with
Well, I just saw it
inflation.
because I NC Blade sent out a thing the other day, yesterday actually, because they had some Evo 4.0s or something in stock, and I just clicked on it and just to see the. I mean, Jesus Christ, the cheapest one was $670.
Dude, but
The most expensive one with the Damasteel blade was like $1,500 or something. I mean, that's a Chinese. Like I
that's
don't
a
know
but
what
you
what's
got
to draw the
custom. Did you buy
line.
one? Did
Because
you
don't
buy
you
one?
understand those cheap Chinese knives that are high quality? Once they run out all the American companies, and those American companies just to be able to keep their employees fed and keep food on the table will switch over from making knives. They'll turn those expensive CNC machines and other stuff into making something that they can feed their families with and say fuck knives.
Yeah.
And then all you have will be that.
Well,
And then
that's
don't
why
you
our
think they're going to take
choices.
that knife, since they've pushed
What's
American out, they've pushed those knives out of the market, they'll raise those prices up.
What's up, Chris? Oh, I totally agree. It's and right now, as everybody knows, we won't talk politics. We'll get off this.
No, but it's
It's a hot situation right now. Not just with trade, but with world affair. Arkansas EDC channel
I
member,
was just
welcome,
I mean
buddy.
I've been watching it and watching
Dude,
like
I'm
dude,
so glad
you
you
can go buy
got
a
it.
Chris
You
Reeve,
got there quick.
you can go buy a Chris Reeve now. You can go buy a if you wanted to go buy a Chris Reeves large Sebenza right now. There's multiple sites. Same thing with Hinder. So
Yeah, I was at let's see if DLT still has the Skinners because again, I'm unfortunately like I think a lot of people, I don't have any disposable knife income. I have no income right now. I will, but I don't right this second. So I'm not currently buying, but like if you go to DLT right now, look at all these Skinners,
yeah. So
S45s, and then they've even
and
got
six
they had a
months ago,
project,
a
they
year
had a
ago,
the Project X's are gone. They were there today. When I shared these clips, this Eclipse was there,
I
the
sent my project
Skinners.
docs off to Dave to put studs in it.
But yeah, there's some and I've noticed that knives, like you were saying, they stick around a lot longer, right? So if you want something, there's a lot better chance that you're going to be able to find it right now, I think. I just think it's a soft market.
It's definitely a soft market, and you wonder how many of these knife makers are going to make it through that soft market. You know, will
Am
someone
I
like a McNeese
am I quiet 5 door?
be here in a year, or you
No, I think
know,
I think the makers, because I'm getting ready to do a video with what I think are, I don't know what you'd call these. I'm kind of struggling when you call somebody a small batch maker versus a custom, but I'm thinking about featuring Oz, Chris Reeves, Strider, Medford, Hinderer, um, McNeese, SPK, and Koenig. And are those even the same type of manufacturers? I know Hinderer, I would think Hinderer and Reeves are considered a different type of maker than Oz or SPK, right? Or how does that all work?
I don't know. I mean,
I know they're all
it's
American made.
all American made, and they're all. I mean, it's there's the holy, the OGs, Chris Reeve, Strider, and Hinderer that kind of paved the way for these guys, and
But don't they use CNC now some too?
everybody uses CNC now.
Yeah, I would think, and I don't look at that as a negative. I mean, because
No, I
I know it
mean
takes
Sergey
a
Rogovitz doesn't use CNC. These are all handmade, but geez, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that's not CNC nowadays.
Angry Time. Welcome, buddy.
I mean, Chris Reeve has Knife Art has carbon fiber Sebenzas up. This is a Knife Art with an RGT Timascus clip that I've got
What's
listed
the name of
for
that company?
which Knife Art.
Knife Art. Is that what you're saying?
Knife Art, yeah, they do the carbon fiber scale side, um, exclusive with Chris Reeve. And as of the other
Ooh,
day, you could get any large.
they're still there. I'm
Yeah,
going. I'm sharing it. I've never been to this site. I wasn't
yeah,
aware
I
it was
won't.
listed.
I think I'd like to pick one up someday. That's why I'm actually selling that one. Yeah, they're all available still.
So how much is a, like, if you were just going to get a regular titanium? It's
I
about six
think they're
twenty five, right?
500 bucks now.
Okay. Exclusive Harseys. What is it got?
Yeah,
This inset carbon fiber or the onset? I can't.
I think that's an inlay that sticks up.
This just sticks proud.
Yeah,
That's a knife I've really been impressed with that I did not necessarily think I'd like. I like the Plague Doctor theme, so I got the small one and liked it so much I got the big one. So here's a large Incosa. You're right, 500 bucks.
yeah. So yeah, but even that, so this knife was $625. There's $130 clip on there, and I've got it listed for like 550, and no one's touching it right now. The
I've
market's
got
just
that.
soft.
Yeah, I've got that big Kitano listed for I think three something on NAF sale. I haven't had any nibbles. But I did. I traded my buddy, my old nerd, one of my old nerds, one of my old holy nerds, my 20 CV, because I've still got the 20 CV that doesn't have the hole, and two sets of scales, and it actually sat there for a week, which surprised me. I think he was asking 150, 200 bucks for it. It wasn't much at all for the nerd and the two sets of scales. But yeah, it's soft. Let's see what let me see what's going on at Blade Bench.
And
It's
then
hard
I
to
got
believe it.
into it with my favorite knife modder yesterday on Instagram.
Oh no. Did you have a disagreement?
The guy, if you guys have followed, the guy that mods knives, and he fucked my knife up, and then he has boned many other people. Scott, is that
Is it,
double lug? Yeah, it is double lugged. I do
is it,
love it, dude. This thing is so smooth. But I hadn't carried it, so I'm like, I'll try and sell it. But then I put it in my hand. I'm gonna keep this. This is badass.
do you have another one? Because when I borrowed my buddy's Chris Reeves, I finally got it. I mean,
I've got a shitload of Sebenzas. This is my only Nkosi.
why is this a Strider SNG DGG 1400 bucks?
Double gunner grip because that is a
Okay.
well. Flip it. Wait. Can you zoom in on that? Bring that big.
Yeah, let's see if I can make it bigger.
Bring that. Okay, I wanted to look at the stop pins. Yeah, now flip it over the other side.
All right, hold on.
I've got one of those down here actually. Hold on.
Let me get it small again.
It's old school. It's they don't
Okay,
make them
so
anymore. Yeah, so it's like this. See,
CPM S30V.
S30.
So is both sides titanium or is one
Nope.
side G10?
One side's G10. One side is they make the only way to get like a custom double gunner or a double gunner grip now is in its custom. But these old school ones, hey, is Kyle Coonley in here? Here's the one he sharpened for me. Sharp as balls.
I need to send him my but right now I have no dineros. I need to send him my what's it called? My A100 mini. Even though I think I got it pretty good. So that's not a bad price then.
Yeah, but if you, I mean, $1,400, that's about what those go for, depending on condition. $1,100, like I just sold, only because I got this knife from Dave in trade, this Dwyer SMF custom. I sold kind of a rare SMF earlier this week, and I wouldn't have sold that, but I was getting this one from Dave.
Let me get my volume pumped to here for just a second.
I took that shot that I told you, I think last week.
Is that too loud or is that better?
I think you're good. I took that group shot of all my knives just to piss off those watch guys
Ed,
weeks ago. And when you get all the knives together in one spot, it looked excessive. And I thought, all right, it's time to clean the house a little bit. Let's move. Let's get
look
some
who's
stuff out of
here.
here.
Look who's
What's
sitting on
up,
the
guys?
porch. Hey, buddy.
Well, I was sitting on the porch because I
Is that
got
the
up
Dark
to
Knight?
I got up to jump on, and I don't know why my computer has no power. It's plugged in. I don't know what's up with it.
Did the storm screw you
Did
guys
your
up like
gerbils
they
quit
did
running
us?
around that little circle wheel?
Yeah. No, we've got power. I just can't get my computer to come on. I don't know what. I never turn it off. I don't know what happened.
Dude,
So now I'm
we
out
had
here
the
like dark gravity.
we had the
You gotta be
worst damn
smoking.
storms the night before last. I mean, in between my mom's house and mine, which is about a mile and a half, trees were snapped like you could tell it was a circular pattern because they were just snapped off. But my
Right.
mom still doesn't have power. I lost power from like 10:30 p.m. till like 6:30 a.m.
Oh
So
wow.
I don't know if maybe lightning or something. Did you have bad storms or did it all come north of you?
No, it all went north of us. I was at the knife shop, and it come a pretty heavy rain. I thought it was the apocalypse happening, but that's the first time I've been in there in the rain, and we don't have insulation in the ceiling yet, so you can literally see the backside of the metal roof. If you've ever been in a large building with a metal roof like that with no insulation, it was deafening. It was kind of scary actually,
Man,
but it
I
was just
lived
heavy rain. There was no wind.
for about 6 or 3 months, I'd say. My ex fiance back in college and I lived in Mountain Rest, South Carolina. If you Google it, that's where they filmed Deliverance.
Yeah.
We lived off on this. It was called a fire road, and it was the only cabin that sat in a little crook of this creek that fed the Chattooga River, which is where I'd go fish, like walk 300 yards and stand on my knees in frigid water and catch trout with little salmon eggs.
Right.
But it was the wildest thing. The cabin we had just had that sheet of tin, on it. So there was no, and dude, there were holes in the walls that I kid you not, fucking bats would fly through. So we went up
Oh
there
yeah, I
with
get
the
it.
guys to fix it up. That's what her dad thought we were going to do. And I don't have any carpentry skills. We bought a bunch of lumber and got a lot of the interior wall done. But when it got where it needed to be squared up and shit, I was we were just up there getting crazy. But yeah,
I just
dude.
wanted to chime in to kind of add to something Scotch and things was talking about, and that's that I have a whole new appreciation for the cost of a good American made product. John and I have talked over the past month or so. I expressed to him my concern with what I wanted to make knives and sell them at, and then the reality of that.
When you look at
um,
it on
So
paper,
and yeah, and you're what, a one man show, right?
Right. And I don't have the biggest and best equipment.
And
You
so
know,
imagine running a large shop with employees and where you had
that
to pay.
depend on me.
I mean, imagine the costs when people complain about the price of American knives. It's like you run that business and you try and make that knife cheaper.
Right.
You pay their
Yeah.
workers' comp, you pay their salaries, you pay their health insurance, you pay their
Yeah.
vacation. Like you have no idea what goes into running a business.
Right. You know, I mean, I've looked at, you know, I could buy cheap, you know, 1095 steel. I can make an SE5 or SE6 for probably $40. Now, that's not counting paying myself anything, but that's not what I want to make.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
your time.
And that's not what I want to make. You know, I'm trying to get the best out of my materials, and it just creeps up on you every week more. And keep in mind, guys, that I've done all this out of a disability check.
Yeah.
But my point, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, you know, even Scott, or you know, even he offered to prepay for a knife that I talked to him about, and I haven't allowed anybody to do that, just because in the end, when I ship my very first knife, I want to know that I took all the excuses that everybody has for not being able to buy an American-made knife, but to actually make an American-made knife. And so I took all those excuses and threw them out the window. You know, I wanted to do it on my own. It's really hard, you know, especially when you don't have a bunch of money to start with. But that's not my business plan or any of that. That's just for my personal pride. That's why I'm doing it.
But that also leads to the type of business plan that, whether you have it or not, that somebody, I bet, like Greg had when they made their first knife. You've got to think like that. You've got to think like that to be an asset to the community as a manufacturer.
You know, it's like talking to Dave, like him getting the mill and his CNC, and he found them, and it's like such like sub what he was used to working on, and he's just trying to get them up and running and just. But you got to start somewhere. Hey, dog, get out of the garbage. And
going back to the Medford thing, guys, I'm not a fan of titanium folders at all. I appreciate them. They're just not for me. However, you know, I'm not a fan of every design that Greg Bedford makes. You know, I kind of believe if you want a heavy duty knife, it shouldn't have a pivot in it. But I get it. You know, I think some of it's cool. It's not for me. But if you know the story of a guy that leased a building and bought some equipment and started making a product that he didn't have a single sale.
He didn't have a market for. He didn't have a market for.
He didn't have a single sale made. He just took that chance. Guys, that is what built this country. That is the American dream. So I support him. Do I support or agree with all his political standings? No.
No. But what I do like is that he's pretty transparent, talking about business, talking about like, hey, you know.
Right. I mean, you look at my hands now, and the scabs all over them, and the cuts and the burns, and you know, nobody designing a knife and having it made in China has those.
No.
I wear those with pride. You know that I've got literal skin in this game.
you know, I've literally got skin and bone. Yeah.
I mean, is it official? Is it official what your name is? I think we should, until you get stickers and boxes and all this stuff. I mean, we should get to vote. We need Kyle in here. I mean, because I've come up with the Bubba Gump Knife Company.
I like Edgy Blade Works.
You know.
Well, there's already an Edgy Blade Works. I have a company name that I would like to use, but I'm waiting until I've made and produced enough knives that I feel like I should name the company. But I like Heathen Blade Works. You know, I've always been a heathen, so that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But like I said, I don't feel like I'm there quite yet. So
you know,
it might be worth $6.
Like you know, since you're starting with fixed blade, you know, you could go after like, you know, knives for slow people. I mean, there's just so many great names out there.
Right. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not concentrating on that yet. And I know this would be a whole lot easier if I had my blanks water jetted and all that. But I don't even have a design that I'm stuck with making a big batch of.
They
This
did.
first batch I called it is actually 4 different designs.
It's a seed
They're not
batch. Think of
tucked
it.
into
I
the
don't
same.
care about what Five Door just say. It just went up something about he doesn't agree with
I like
Savivi's.
Crispies. I like
Some
Crispies'
what?
name.
No, Five Door said something about Savivi's something. Man, do you think those guys get 401k or paid time off or?
The Huntsville. I think the American guys. Like I think what's his name.
Fuck yeah, those guys do. But do you think the workers are getting health? What are those guys' health care and
They get it.
401k?
They get all that stuff anyway. I mean, whatever position that is, whatever degree of that, the government allegedly provides whatever needs they have allegedly. I don't know anything because I've never been there. That's why I
Is
say
that like
allegedly.
you go to the doctor because you got like a sinus infection and they just walk you out back and put a bullet in your head
It very
because
well
it's
could be.
cheaper?
I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't know.
I'm just
I
after it tonight again.
I
Just
do
looking
know
for a
it. I
fucking
do
fight.
know in Europe, if you go in and you're having psychological issues, because I know somebody, and if you're having like major psychological issues, you don't get to see a psychiatrist or psychologist. They will just temporarily medicate you and send you home, and it can take, unless you have private medicine, um, it can take months to get help. So I know
What
e- everything's jacked up, and I have no idea how it works over there, but I
Well,
wouldn't think it's as
in
good as
all
here.
fairness, John, we're jacked up here too, man. But this is our team.
it
I
You know
is?
what I
know.
mean? This is our jacked up,
I'm
and
pulling for our
and
team.
I want
Why is
I
my
want
mic slow? I wonder. I wonder,
your
is
mic
it
was pretty
louder,
low
guys?
earlier.
Is it getting louder?
Steve, how
Let me
are
try,
those new knives that you've gotten?
let me try this. Then I'm going to
Freaking
jump out and come back in.
see you
Mute
later.
that up.
But
All right.
I'll take part in that argument that
Check,
American knives
check,
are
check,
too expensive. I'll have that conversation with anybody who has bought one budget knife because they needed it,
check.
and that's it. But
Chicken Slim Savy.
for anybody who owns 4 or 5 Chinese knives, you could have bought an ABW for that. So that argument is mute. That's been over a long time ago, because I'd be willing to bet nobody in the chat has less than 4 or 5 knives. We all have too many.
Okay, so
You're not
Can y'all
buying
hear me
knives.
now?
I want to know what you think of it. So you've got was it the ABW? I
Hey,
was shopping Spider Codes the other night. I might get tuned up tonight and go shopping.
we'll use one of my links.
How do you like? I've never had a knife in crew wear because I was trying to decide on there's a PM3 in crew wear, and
Let's find your ass one. Why do you want a PM3?
I like the PM3.
You
I
know,
love my pair of
can
3.
y'all hear me now?
I love
Kyle
the pair of
Coonley, thank
3.
you,
It
We
is
buddy.
can hear you, John.
it's PM2 and it's pair of 3.
The PT 206 next to the chickadee.
5-door, I think they are. Strider is using all. Mick is on permanent vacation down in the Bahamas, and all Striders are now being made in China.
Now what? Really?
No,
Oh,
no,
dude, I'm such an idiot.
no.
Uh,
Could you imagine? They would have to. That would be a company that would have to shut their doors if it ever came out that they were using. Because their slogan is, what is it? High speed tools for. Fuck, I can't remember. For serious individuals or something like that. I don't know.
If you look at it from the back, it's right about the same size as the bug out.
Where's Zip It Dog? Give it to me. Come on. Yes, Javon has
But
the PT. It's the
the only
PT
reason I say the only reason I said that is I had a PM3. I've got 3 PM2s. I'm a little guy.
I've
I
been trying to
love the way
decide
the
which.
PM2 feels, but I've
I
never
the
been a
only
fan of the
PM2
PM3.
I've ever had was the Tanto, and I liked it. But
That's
then
what
I really like the Pair 3, but I've had 2 of them, and it's just one of those knives that's easy to sell when you start to feel guilty about having too many knives. And I really like the Maximate I've used twice. But I thought, well, maybe try something a little different. But then I was like, if I get one, I want to get some scales and some.
I would get rock scale designs, and I'll get linerless. Shane, I put this light spring in the ceramic ball in there.
Oh,
From
hey,
that
what you
kit.
doing?
Didn't I give you that black titanium ball cage? Or was that somebody else? Because I already had my purple one.
Because I got some DLT money saved up, and the Para 3 was the.
I don't remember. I'll tell you this, Constantly. I've owned both, and I carry the Para 3 10 to 1 over my PM2.
I've never had crewware, and I don't
actually
know
just traded off my PM2 because I never carry it.
What would you like? I've never had a knife in crewware, so what would that be? I know I don't want to get out of Maximate, a knife that's got edge retention forever, but if you look at it funny, it'll chip and break.
Crewware is my favorite. That between that and Rex 45, and I think
here's the thing,
but I've never.
Do I even worry about buying scales because it's the crewware in my Carta?
Let me see. Well, that one's.
Or do I just buy a new clip and say, "Fuck it"?
It would either be a Spyderco and Crewware or the Adamas from Benchmade. Either one of those would serve you great. If you like a bigger knife, then I'd get the Adamas,
or the mini Adamas. Yeah,
I've got plenty of big knife. Like, look at this knife that Dave just sent me. I mean, look at that thick chisel ground. I just want to go pry open a car door with that.
Yeah. Did I tell you what that stick of Crewware I've got to order? I've got to make you and Stevie a knife and Crewware.
I mean, I can Nitro V. I don't care, man. Whatever you want to make it in.
That just a 3-foot stick of Crewware is $360. You're gonna get 3.
What about your company being called Tramp Stamp Knives?
I like neck roll knives.
Neck roll, yeah, that's not bad. I could do the.
That was that was somebody else's. That wasn't me.
Dude, I've got
I could do a profile of just the side of my head.
Scotch, I don't know, or that you could just have like a cartoon drawing of a neck roll and then a name coming off that.
Believe it or not, there's a company that's already done that. It's called Bulky Boy
Clothing. This one's got liners, so it looks like this one you could mod. I think the one that Pocket Metal had that was Crewware that he's had to get liners.
I could buy that knife and then sell Pocket Metal the liners, because isn't that what he needs?
He needs the liners, yeah.
And then just buy the.
But he needs Para 2. He needs Para 2 liners.
Oh,
that's
he does.
Para 3. Yeah, and go to my LinkTree and use my DLT link.
Dip and duck. Come here, dog. Don't eat those.
I had somebody use it. I don't know who, and it was they must have gotten something pretty nice. Am I hearable now, or am I too loud?
We can't hear you. You should probably balance out.
That's weird. Let me see.
What did you say?
If anybody has addressed me in chat, keep in mind, I can't see chat, so I'm not ignoring anybody.
We can't hear Javon. Fuck.
Kyle Coonley, can you not hear me?
What do you got, Kyle?
I trust Kyle Coonley.
Oh, you want a PM2 or PM3? I want a PM. Hey, stop it, dog. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to decide. I almost got one the other night. Dog,
you don't want that one. Tactical Terry says if you want to mod it.
Why?
Because that's the one that's got not the inset liners. That's the same one that's got the deal that Pocket Metal's working with.
Yeah, but
for some reason, Spyderco's Crewware stuff they made completely different, so you can't change the scale.
Thanks, Louie.
What is that place called? The AWBA? What the
AWT? Applied Weapon Tech.
Don't they make scales for?
Thanks, M-Bomb.
Knives with liners, without liners, like the lightweight. You don't.
They make the lightweight scales, but they don't make scales for the Crew Carta.
Hey, Scotch, Kyle Coonley's got you.
The Crew Carta.
The liners aren't inset. The liners are completely different. So they would be making scales for just a sprint run, pretty much. It wouldn't make any sense.
What's the steel? I'm a steel snob.
These are the rock scale.
The rock scale. So rock is a different company than I don't know. I gotta
the OG right now. owes me a set of scales. It's not their fault, but I've been waiting
Say hi.
9 months.
Amy wants to say hi.
If you've been waiting 9 months, John, it is their fault.
Well, they've had an issue. Does my voice sound different? I pitched it up to sound more
I
radio-like.
still can't hear you. There's actually subtitles on the bottom of my screen when you talk.
Good. You hope you
That's
can read. That was my cold voice. When I take my voice changer off, I sound like
this. When I sound more like this without my voice changer.
Are you guys going to Blade Show? I know. Are you going to Blade Show, Shane?
Absolutely.
Who wants to proxy me at Strider? Strider's dropping some fucking heat.
I'd be glad to.
Get out of here.
I'm hoping to run over Saturday.
I'd be glad to pick you up something you need, Scotch. I'll call you, make sure I get what you want, whatever you want to do.
They are re-releasing for the first time in over 10 years the concealed carry knives.
Well,
Is
just
that,
get with me. I'll
fixed
pick you
blade?
up whatever you want.
Max Minute, Fresh Edge,
That's
Zerk,
in CTS XHP.
Bronze Hardware, Zerk. What's that going to cost me, Kyle? I mean, they got $1 bazillion in DLT coupons.
He ain't kidding. That's a bougie ass PM2.
Kyle, send him a picture. He won't be able to turn it down if you send him a picture.
I can turn lots of stuff. Dude, I haven't bought a knife in so long. You guys would be proud of me.
Dude, I haven't bought one in forever.
The only reason why I've been carrying the Para 3, even though I did fall in love with it, but I currently don't have a Mannix in my possession. Mine is with Justin at OCD waiting on some mod work. So for the first time, I have a Mannix XL here, but I don't have a standard Mannix.
The XL is pretty good in your hand, isn't it? I mean, it's not
Yeah.
terribly bigger.
What's up,
Yeah,
Mary?
I don't typically carry it that much in the summer unless I'm wearing jeans, but it's not
Thinking
something you can put on the side of your shorts.
The Hinder XM18 frag.
Yeah.
3V.
I've got some ACD,
EDX.
A to Z EDC's integrals over here. It's the first time I've ever really messed with one of these Pythons. Have you messed with one of these, Shane?
I absolutely love it.
Dude, it's so. And this one you would love because of the blade has been before he bought it.
Oh,
I don't have that.
peanuts.
It looks like it's about 15.
Yeah,
My dog dies. It's because of Dave.
I just can't afford a Python, but
Do you think it's
that
worth
I don't know
to
if I
me?
carry it either. Because like I
I
said,
don't
I've
think
never
it's
had
worth it.
I've never had a
Taiwan.
titanium knife. I've never had a titanium knife that I wanted to carry on a regular basis.
Well, when I
Is
looked
there
at
a-
what this sold for, it was $644, and it's made in Taichung.
Yeah.
Do
To
you
me,
guys know
that's
what the
crazy.
Nirvana is? No. Do you guys know what the Spider Cone Nirvana is?
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't.
that was one of those grail knives. Like when I was first into knives, I knew Spider Coat, and I saw that, and I still love it, but the prices have just been fucking bananas.
Yeah.
So,
What's a
but
Euster?
there's been a couple of in the last month for like 700, which is finally give it to me. Which is finally, I don't know what they originally went for, but when you go from like seeing them at 1,500 to 700, you're like, ooh,
What's this?
I don't know.
A Euster? Have you ever heard of a Euster?
Oh, Usler.
Usler. Is that a
Yeah, they
custom?
make the duck. I know the Usler duck, and then I don't know. I think
Is it a
small.
custom deal?
Yeah, like one off, like kind of like an early Oz, maybe. Like he's not at Oz's level of production yet.
There's an overpriced Oz
Where?
right there.
Oh,
Are you
and
not
that's the
seeing
thing,
it?
like, that's okay. So that's another thing, like me and my buddy were talking about today. He's a fan of the Rosie, I mean, everybody loves the Rosie, right? But the Rosie is creeped up in price to where you're looking at like what are they now for retail? If you got a Rosie at retail, they're what, $800
I
around?
think if that, they're that.
So he's got, give it to me. He's got a Rosie, and he's borrowing my McNeese right now. And he's like, tell me why the McNeese is $500 and the Rosie is $800.
For some reason,
You know,
and I've got
he's really because he
Mia.
really likes the McNeese. Come here.
I really
It's
like
supply and
these.
demand, dude. People are
And
willing to pay it.
But there's something
it's
about
tight.
the
It's tight.
Rosie. There's something about the feel of the Rosie because A to Z picked one up, and at first he thought he was going to wait for the large one, but the small one even fits his hand so good. There's something about the ergos.
He was talking about,
they're
I mean, not
special.
about the ergos because he likes the ergos on. Like he's carrying the McNeese, and he's like, it's crazy. This thing feels so tiny.
Tell him you'll trade him even, and then I'll trade you my McNeese for the Oz.
He does love he waited and waited and waited, and he got that on a lotto. So he paid retail for the Oz. I don't think he'll ever get rid of it.
There was a video I wanted to watch, and I haven't watched it yet, but it was the best Magna Cut I've tested. Not
Yeah,
know
5 door.
Who was that?
No,
Did
I'm
you
just
see that?
5
Did y'all
doors
see
talking
that
about
video?
crazy concept.
That was the best Magna Cut
God,
tested, and it was the McNeese.
what the fuck are you eating? Sorry, I can hear you. What the fuck?
He didn't eat. He just passed it on. What I was going to show you, that's an S90V pair of 3, and it's only
I don't know what.
$160.
I'm a little scared, Pocket Metal doing that painting for me. And, I don't know much about art, but I think it can get expensive. And I don't know if he's charging by the weight. He just keeps adding more and more stuff to it. He said it's going to get thicker and heavier. And I'm like, fuck, are you charging me by the pound?
Dude, Pocket Metal will hook you up.
I don't know what art costs, but woo.
But there's an S90V pair too for under 170, dude.
John, that's the opposite of what he wants, though. He doesn't want a fragile steel.
I know. He wants a crew wear. Let's see if we got.
Oh, we're still looking at.
I'm just going through Blade Binge because I haven't been there for a while.
I was just looking at because DLT had DLT had
they've got the crew wear, but those are the ones.
And the Maximate. Honestly, I'll probably go back to Maximate because you know what I'm gonna do?
Holy shit!
I put some stupid scales on it and a clip and some stupid hardware, and then just easy it. It's not gonna be a knife that's gonna go to work. I've seen too many. I know that I would snap that knife at work. So
anybody want a $700 Rebo razor in
no,
one tool steel?
Nope.
Pyrogenic.
Hey, John, I just jumped on for a minute, and I'm on my phone, and my battery's quickly dwindling. So I'm going to jump off here so I can actually see the chat and all that stuff. But
buddy, keep grinding away and keep your fingers safe. I don't know if you saw that video. It was about 2 months ago where Brass Brigade was grinding that little J-Cal, and it slipped out of his hand, and it went from the grinder just like a fucking Chinese star into the trash can. Luckily, it didn't come back on him.
Yeah,
but you just got to be careful, man.
Well, I've got a few days for my hands to heal up while Brian's doing my heat treat, so no grinding right now. But
I heard Kyle Kudley's going to do a face reveal in your live stream Sunday night.
Maybe so. Maybe I can talk him into it.
I'd love to see him on there.
I've got his address. We should just road trip to his house someday.
Yeah. He's not near as hideous as y'all think he is.
We'll just show up. I'll bring the camper. We'll just live in his front yard for a while.
Chicago, email me at Javon's.
He lives in a cul-de-sac. I went to Google Earth and I looked at Kyle's house via satellite. So Kyle, I know you're the second house on the right in that little cul-de-sac. You are not safe.
We're just gonna bring a couple campers and just
Chicago.
Well, I'll see you guys in the chat, man. Love y'all.
Love you, buddy. Take care, my man.
All my kids are gone right now. I might have to deal with this damn dog. She's getting. Come here, honey.
You can pop out and come back in.
Right.
Hey, Chicago. Okay, cool, buddy. You just gotta remind me because I did find it. I just got I've got the one spring and the one detent ball, and I'll shoot those out to you.
Come here,
Louis. I agree. I've got the S110V, and I've never had to do anything to it.
Did you hear that?
She wants you to play, dude.
I know. What?
That's your freaking BFF.
What dog here? Come here, though. What? She's not even 2 yet, and she's already starting to gray on her chin. Come here.
They do that.
I know it makes me sad.
It's one of those things, and if you look at there's this ladder on Instagram I saw that's like an infographic that shows how many people years each year is for dogs, but graying's not a bad thing because Tippy got some little gray spots when she was young, and she's an old cat now, and she hadn't gotten any more gray.
Louis, I like S110V. I have a Strider and S110V. I would go to GLT real quick. What do they have for paras right now?
They've got a lot of good paras.
I saw what they have the BD1, and which I don't know what that is.
DLT. This is the result.
I know. You know what? Fuck it. They have S45. I think I'll just get that one.
Let me see. They've got.
Yeah, I think that camel one is S145 or S45. Jesus.
Let's go pick 3.
Dog, what are you doing? Hey, get out of there, dummy.
So I think these are all S45.
Oak Doozle, I fell asleep to some weird podcast last night, and they kept talking about you and like gold and silver or something.
Yeah, so any of you can get an S110V, you can get a S45.
They have the S110V in stock?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. See, I was trying to keep the price down because I'm gonna swap the scales, so
right. That's and the let's see.
No.
187.50 is what the S45 is, and we can probably find it without the
what would you guys let's do a quick BD1N is a budget. What would you guys get if I've had Maximate twice before. So there's crew wear, but it's that goofy scale, so I can't do much to it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do your mod
and just live with it, or should I do like S110V or S45?
I kind of like the scales. Whoops.
But I was going to buy those.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy the scales, the S45, how much more is it? So say 90 to 40. What's that? $50 more for S110?
Yeah.
Are you going to get $50 more cutability? Because they're the same exact knife.
Yeah. Imagine this. So I'm just shopping steel right now, and I'm not a steel snob. That's why I was like, well, I like S110V. I've never had crew wear. I like the Maximate. But I'm also a fan of S45. So like the smart thing would do just buy the crew wear and just call it good.
They've got Spy 27 too.
Else, I'm going to drop $100 in scales and then $20 or some dollars in a hardware kit for it, and another $20 for a pocket clip.
Oh, that's FRN though. What is Spy 27?
What?
What is
that's like their PSF 20. That's like a spray form D2.
Why in the world would this particular knife, I know it's D10, be more expensive than the S45?
It's supposed to be pretty good. It's like if it's like
that's another one that's available.
7. What? Come here. The people want to see you. So, and I didn't even look at. Oh, the problem about being in my bunker is when she barks that high pitch.
She wants you to go walk with her. She's wanting some.
I'll be about. How long are you gonna be on for?
I'm gonna be on until at least Maddie comes on.
All right, so I'm gonna go take her for a walk and play with her, try and wear her out, throw the ball.
Give her some love, dude. And when you come back, here's my LinkTree.
I thought she'd just kind of chill out. I mean, it's about her bedtime. Where's Palmer Conley at tonight? I haven't seen him.
He'll come in here probably at some point.
Think that no matter what you do with a knife, you will always regret not getting the steel. Yeah, I don't know on a pair of 3 though if I'd ever regret it.
That's for you, Scotch.
My problem was like the reason about getting the pair of 3 is I like the pair of 3, and then I was like, well, this could be a knife because I haven't bought any. Well, other than this Rask you haven't seen in my hands. There's a Rask coming video. I haven't bought anything lately, which is surprising. There's not other than like that. Dog, quit eating those peanuts. Dave is trying to kill my dog. Get out of there.
Yeah,
There's
GP,
just
I know you don't
really
have a
nothing.
coupon there, but they don't have anything really different either.
I
It's
haven't even
everybody's-
really tried on a Strider drop lately, and I do want like that knife art Sabenza, which is basically the same thing as the Nikosi. But I'm like, well, it's last time they had them a couple months ago. They hung around forever. They're hanging around forever now. I don't really need one right now. It's a want. God, this is zip it. All right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go take her for a walk.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
See you in a little bit.
Should I just stop the camera or should I leave the studio?
Just leave the studio. You can come back in.
All right,
Same
later.
link. All right, bud.
Yeah, guys.
What's up, everybody? Oh, I didn't even say, because of Jim Miller, I haven't seen him tonight. But I did a review of this knife last night, and I think it's everything the Elementum should have been. It is a Civivi Banneret. Steel frame lock, Nitro V. Fantastic action, whether you push button it or light switch it. Really nice size blade, good medium size knife. But that's going to be our giveaway knife later tonight. What am I doing wrong? I'm losing subs. Titanium Justin, did somebody send you a bunch of like subs? Because we'll go to your page tonight for this giveaway. But did if somebody sends you a lot of subs, like if you get an influx of subs, I lose them every day. So it's just part of it. Inbom, I did say, hey, Mr. Mateo. I know it's been a long time, dude. I've been like cashless. I've been doing the unemployed life. I've been employed, but I'm working for an agency, so I've got to kill my game before I can eat it, if you know what I mean. But let's look at something, Titanium Justin. Is that your YouTube name? Titanium Justin. Titanium Justin, what's your YouTube channel name? You're a mod, so drop the link in there. We'll go look at it. Cause I don't know if I'm subbed. You don't owe me nothing, buddy. You're my brother. Titanium Justin. It is Titanium Justin? All right. Maybe it's because I put a space in there. There it is. Well, you got one more subscriber. All right, guys, I'm going to find a video. And I don't want you to go say Javon necessarily. Whoops. I just want you to leave a comment. So I'm dropping this video and I'm going to pin it, but I got to go to my thing to pin it. So bear with me. What I want you guys to do is go sub, watch that video, like it, leave just any comment because we're just going to pull from it. You can put Javon in there if you want to. Put Javon in the comment because we'll say if the comment doesn't have Javon in it, we'll draw again. So leave a comment, subscribe, even if you're already subscribed. And let's do this. All right. Let me try to get to where I can pin that. Whoops. All right. The comment or the video should be pinned. Let's see if that works. Oh, let's see. Click on that. Nope. Did I pin the wrong one? Let's see what's pinned. What's pinned? Chicago 123. Thank you for the 199, buddy. I will send it out to you, and you didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. I'm just now seeing it. I'm trying to make sure that yep, that's the video that's on the link. So if you kids will go leave a comment on that link, we will give away this VV. Yep, exactly what M-Bomb said. Watch about a minute of the video. It won't take you that long. Let's see how many subs we're up to. 349 was where we were. Let's see what we can get up. All right. Y'all are over there doing it. Thank you, Ground Fog. Awesome M-Bomb. Awesome Space Ghost. We'll give you guys a little bit of time to get over there and watch that, and maybe we'll say about 20 minutes or so we'll draw for it. Let me go ahead and pull up the picker so I won't forget. Wrong picker. Where is it? I've got too many links bookmarked, and they all look the same. Where is it? There it is. Let's see if it'll let me. See. All right, so I can. Let's grab the link, and we'll put Javon as our thingy. All right. So about 28 people so far. So y'all keep going over there. It's pinned up there to Titanium Justin's page. Give him a sub, a like, a view, and then watch his stuff. I love finding new content. I don't get to watch as much anymore. It seems like I watch more, but it seems like I'm making more. But you get just so many different perspectives on knives. And I see a lot of different knives because let's face it, we all don't have time to see everything. In Titanium, Justin, your sub count will fluctuate, it, and what'll happen is you'll probably see tomorrow a little bounce from tonight, and then you'll see a little fallback. It just is the nature of the beast. But hopefully most of the people in here will come back to your page, make sure they're still subbed. And my only advice is do it because you like it, be authentic, and be consistent, whether that's once a week or once a day. I ran into the mistake of when I first started, I was putting up like 2 a day. I started out just doing shorts for Knives Live because I had to have a page to go live on. My page started in 2010, I think, because I had to do a school project with my daughter that she had to upload a video to YouTube. I've got it privated now because it's so obnoxious. We can watch it in a little bit. But I started doing 2 a day, and then I fell back to 1 a day, and I wish, in hindsight, I was doing like 1 every other day, because I'm kind of scared to change it now because I've gotten in that rhythm, right? And it seems to be working pretty organically. So, but it's a struggle. I have to always come up with something, and a lot of them you guys don't like, and it shows in views. So I've got to come up with something that I like in terms of enough, which for me it's kind of easy because I'm using my collection, um, and trying to in my buddy's collection, A to Z EDCs, and Lord Needham has helped out a lot too. And then I've got a few companies like Vosteed and Kaiser are starting to let me check out some stuff, and that's all stuff that gets turned around and given away, so that's a good thing too. Hopefully, I'll get more of that because I would like to have relationships with the people that I like to do business with, right? So if it's something I like, I'd rather talk about it than talk about something that I don't care that much about. Because I won't talk about something I won't. Space Ghost. J Cal is working with a lot of different steels now. Jason is. He was. Let's check his Instagram out. I asked him if he wanted to come on tonight, and unfortunately, he's having his upstairs redone, and he is at his in-laws, which I feel for anybody. But I saw this today and thought it was very cool. It reminded me of a gripper. I just thought that was a sick looking little needly knife. And that's available, 140 shipped. If anybody wants to DM him. But yeah, I think he's using some S35. Can't remember what else he was. He does some cool stuff, that's for sure. And there are a lot out there that do. One of my favorites too is Tyler Denny. T Denny Designs. He uses a lot of different steels. This one is Crewwear satin. That's called the Apprentice. And then this one is a Magna Cut acid etched, but just a thin little absolute slicer. And he's got several I saw on his page today. Let me go there. Let's go to T. Denny. Share this with you kids. And everybody, make sure you go register over at the link that's at the top of the. So those are 3 he's working on. I just think they're the sweetest little blades. $175 shipped. And they come with a little sheath. Let's go to his site. Let's see if he has any in stock. No, but he will. So these were all. That's the Stone Crewwear. But I think they're great little. Yeah, I do too. The Huldra. Is that how it's pronounced? Let's look at that. It looks like a combination between that and the Warncliffe gripper, not gripper, the gripper and the what's the the railroad station handle, and maybe a little bit of it's inspired by it for sure. A nice knife. They've got some interesting stuff coming. I'm interested in this. This little 3V fixie, just to see if it's any good. I'm not interested in this. I don't know why. The deckhand looks not like anything I'm that excited about. But Kaiser's got some cool stuff. This right here, I've got this knife, this little banished, $45. It's a great button lock, 154, about the same size as the Vanish slip joint. I think they're about out of their 50% off stuff. But yeah, Kaiser's killing it. I reviewed the first Olight knife that I really liked. That was a Kaiser knife. You know, Kaiser OEMs them. It was an S45 or S35VN and Ultim. Forget the name of it. It was called the let's go to contents. It was called the Rubito. Somebody won it. It's already shipped out, but I reviewed it. Take Claire, Blade Walker. All right, guys. If everybody, yes, the Rubito. Has everybody gotten a chance to? I want to make sure if Blade Walker's in here and he registered that he gets a chance. So we'll see how many comments we got. We only have 28 comments. And there's 77 of y'all in there. Y'all throw a comment in the pinned, where'd I put it? The pinned video for Titanium Justin. Go sub to his channel, watch the video, like it, and then leave a comment with the word Javon, Juhvon. And we'll give away the Civivi Banneret in Nitro V. That is an awesome knife. I did a review on it too because I liked it so much. So that's going to be given away in just a little bit. Yeah, that's a sweet looking knife. Blade Walker, no, we're gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just I'm gonna repaste this link because it's weird to me that not more than 28 people have dropped a Javon. Let's see, paste, filter duplicates, show random names. Still at 28 comments. Luke, channel member. If anybody wants to get in the giveaway, there should be a pinned video comment or pinned video at the top of the comments for Titanium Justin. Go give him a sub. Leave a comment in that video that has the word Javon in it. And that's how we're going to give away the Civivi Banneret. Everybody get involved in it. Even if you don't want it, you can give it away or you can sell it. It's like a I think it was $92 on Amazon, 72 at Blade HQ because it's on sale. JUHVON. Let me put it right here, Luke. It's JUHVON, and that's because Tri-State mispronounced my name when I used to hang out in the chats, and it just stuck because it was Jay Evans Knife Addict Life. It was Jay Evans 1999 is my actual YouTube, I guess, address. It's gone through a couple of changes. But yeah, Javon is exactly like B for Baron said, JUHVON. And when I'm being Tri-States lives, it would say Jay Evans, and he would call me Javon. So it stuck. Show y'all another really cool little knife. This is the Bark River Micro Canadian in 3V. Micarta with G10 liners. They're lime green. I don't know if you can see those. But a fantastic little knife. And I'm not a fan of vertical carry, but this little guy rides up on your belt so high that you don't even feel it. I carry it right on my hip and you don't even know it's there. I'm also testing out these Lockerbie field journals, and I should have bought the smaller one. I started an affiliate deal with them, but they're a little bit more. The one I had before was leather and used field notes, and that's what I thought I was picking out. But they've got a smaller one that uses field notes, but it's this water resistant kind of cover. We'll see how it holds up. Twang thing, what is up, brother? Make sure you go leave a comment on that video. And I've still been trying to get my effects to work. Twang thing, thank you, brother. Let's see who got that. Marco was gifted a membership from Twang Thang. Welcome, buddy. So I think this effect works. But I think that's the only one, Greg, that works. Because I think, like, the record scratch might work. But it's a short effect. I went through today and did a test record, and let me turn off the music. I did a test record because I do try to make these things better, because right now I'm trying to get my Discord. Show y'all this. I did a Discord for channel members that I don't know how to use, but the reason I did it is because my soundboard will let people call in. So I should be able to have people call in and chat or ask questions on the live stream. Give it to Justin. Justin who? Let me look. You guys have to remember, I am brain dead. So yeah, that's the Discord, and the deal with that is I want all y'all that are channel members to join it, and I'm not very active in it yet, but I'm learning how to use it, and I will be able to patch it in to where people can call in. Should be pretty cool. I'm stoked about it. So let's see there. What's that noise? Do y'all hear that? Something's coming from my Discord. That's what it is. Sorry, guys. I was getting all these beeps. Those are you guys joining Discord. I'm not picking up any more YouTube comments, guys. What the F? I'm gonna reset this whole thing and put it in again because something's gone wacky. Because I should have more comments. Copy, paste. Let's go share. Titanium Justin, thank you, buddy. A new member. Welcome. All right. I usually do the air horn, but I don't think it works, so I'll have to do the trombone, which sounds depressing. But that's a celebratory depressing. All right, so let's go Javon. And if it says 28, I don't know what's going on. 49. All right, that's much better. Yeah, it's weird, Greg Maroney. I've got to figure out. T2 Justin, you're exactly right, M-Bomb. You're exactly right. It's weird that some of my effects work crystal clear and some of them don't. But the trombone works, right? So for the trombone to work and all my voice effects, which are stupid, let's go with my, like if I want to go delay, I can talk like this. 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 Or if I want reverb. So, I mean, it works. Or like if I want the operator to come on.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
Those effects work, but 90% of the other ones that are exactly the same don't work. It's bizarre. But let me put on my pitch up voice. All right. Now I sound more radio-like. So anyway, are you guys ready for me to draw? Let's see if we're getting any more comments. We got 49 comments. Neil McKenzie gifted a membership. Thank you, Neil. Let's see who got that one. Oh, Jeffrey Dawson was gifted a membership from Neil McKenzie. My Cole Normal voice is this one here. It's called Cole's voice. There it is.
This is the Cole's voice. Unless I want to put on my radio voice, then I've got
This one, where I can make it sound like I'm a man's man. Sound like John Wayne. What's up? No, Cole knows I love him. That was my roommate, Blade Show 2022, him and Kara. All right, has everybody gotten in that wants in? I've got 49. Entries. I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes. We'll give it 5 more minutes. And that's the link that's pinned up at the top, guys. And that's just for anybody to go in, leave Javon, win a Civivi. You'll email me your address after you win, and I'll send it out to you tomorrow. Joe Isabella's jank is on the next level. All right, let's see if we're getting more comments. I'm going to refresh this all the way again like I did before because it seems jacked up. I'm going to pop the link in again. I'm going to see if it still says 49. Now it's 54. See, it keeps going up. So you guys tell me, Ed Harrison, what is up, brother? Y'all tell me when y'all are ready. Thumbs up in the chat whenever you guys are ready, and I will refresh it the old school way, and we will draw for it. But I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get in there. So get in there and do your thing. I'll find us some music. Jeffrey Dawson gifted a membership. It's coming around and going around. You guys are awesome. Thank you, brother. Dan Steele was gifted a membership. Welcome, Dan Steele. We'll do member giveaways a couple times a month. We will do member Discord, which I'm learning how to use Discord right now. That's not much of a perk. And then I release all my videos as I stage them out, and you'll see more coming out this weekend to members automatically. So members will get video dumps. You don't have to watch them till they go live, or you can watch them early. And I'm going to try to do some member live streams. It's just so hard to welcome, Dan. It's so hard to go live and not step on somebody else's live time. So the only time I feel really free to do it, because I don't sleep normal hours, is really late night. But I'm afraid, most of you guys are living like non-bats, sleeping. All right, guys, go register because I'm getting ready to clear it out again. One more time. Do a refresh. Do a copy. Drop that in there. Hit that in there. All right, we got another comment, guys. We're up to 55. Scott Brew, what is up, brother? Y'all get in there and leave a comment up at Titanium Justin's page. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, watch that short video on, I think it's Logjotter. Giving some love to Big Red and Zach. And I'm going to drop the comment in there in about 3 minutes. So at 9:50 Central Time. I went and put my pink scales back on my Twang Thang gifted a membership. Twang Thang, thank you. What's up, Barry? Let's see who Twang Thang's beneficiary was. Satisfaction, what's up, brother? Rob Tenring was gifted a membership by Twang Thang. Welcome, Rob. Thank you, Twang Thang. Maddie, jump up there and leave a comment in Titanium Justin's video. Sub to him. I wasn't sub to him. And leave Javon in there. And I'm getting ready to give away a knife that Jim Miller donated that I didn't know how awesome it was. So I actually held on to it to do a review on it. It's the Civivi Banneret. Let me make myself big. Look at the action on this. That was a light switch. Ow, it hit my finger. We're going to get you some blood. This is the push button. And it only hits your finger if you're an idiot. If you keep your finger higher, it doesn't. Deep carry clip. And it didn't get me. Yeah, got me a little bit. So Maddie, leave a and you too, Scotty Brew 72. You guys leave a Javon. Oh, thank you, Barry. No, it's just all it is what it is. I'm in no rush. I'll make videos as long as you guys enjoy it and are here and are hanging out. And I don't get a lot of views, guys. I think it's because I don't do clickbaity titles, which I probably should do more because I think they're more fun. But what I do is I put out a lot of shorts, ton of shorts, like 5 to 7 a day. And every now and then, like one of them will catch fire and get a couple thousand views. And I pick up a few subscribers, but they don't come back. If you look at my, I only have, of the people that watch my videos, which most of them are shorts, keep in mind, out of the videos that I put out, only 8% come back. That sucks. Greg, my channel was only shorts for about a year. I got about 600 subscribers. I did my first spoken video. T-Fetch, that is sweet. I would love an old Telly Plus. I've got a Strat Plus. I'd like a Midnight Wine Telly Plus. I actually put a couple of tried to plug my guitar into my board, but it's just got terrible sound. Barry, the missuses are always right. That's why I no longer have one. Because I would never, ever be able to buy a knife. Oh, he's back.
What'd I miss?
You didn't miss anything, dude. We're just getting ready to do a giveaway.
Sweet, did I win?
You need to go leave a comment up there in the video. You need to leave Javon up there. Let's see how many people we got now. Guys, I'm getting ready to draw for it. I'm going to refresh it. Let me share. Present. Share screen. How was the walk?
Oh, it was good. I just took her on the side of the house, and we have a hill, and I just throw a ball, and she just
She wants to play, man.
back and forth. Yeah, just chasing a ball.
All right, let's drop this in here.
How many of you guys have a Microtech with the RAM lock?
I do. I've got an aluminum stick.
I've been fascinated since that came out, but I've been waiting because they were the
GLP's got them in stock.
Who does? I just got one from NC Blade. An aluminum amphibian.
I got the stitched. Well, I said they have them back in stock. They've got the aluminum stitches for $300.
Yeah, $300. That's like practically free.
For a USA made knife? For a USA made knife?
I tried the MSI and it had not the G10, the other plastic one, and I didn't like
FRN.
But yeah, go check out NC Blade on Instagram. I just bought that green one.
All right, guys, I'm getting ready to put it in one more time, then I'm drawing. Let's do this. Show random names. Do it for 30. We got 60 comments. Good luck, guys. Here we go.
Fucking knife.
It's going to roll for 30 seconds. I better get my pad out. So the winner will send an email to All right, we got a winner. See if they're in here. Hold on a second. Let me get over here. Homer Felites, I believe. HD Felites. I believe that's our buddy Homer. Let's do this. Buddy Knife Flicks. Giveaway winner. HD Felites. Bless you. Congratulations, Homer. Are you in here, buddy? I'll have to go find Homer. He's always in here. Where is he? Where is he?
Is Marisol still in here?
What's going on, Mark Herrera? I don't know if he is. Congrats, Homer.
Yeah, I was waiting to find one with aluminum scales and this amphibian, which I love a recurve blade, and I've never touched one, but an amphibian, but I was like, shit, it was a whirl.
Yeah, well, I mean, the recurve, if you like them, they scare me because I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I like recurve blades.
Yeah, you got a lot of those wicked grinds.
Allergies. Oh. Anybody want to buy a Microtech Combat Trudon?
No, but I'll tell you the best value for the dollar is that's $108. Again, it's not made in the USA. I can't even retract it without doing my thumb sideways. It's got such a massive spring.
Where's Pocket Metal at tonight? Is he at the grocery store?
No, he's been working his ass off. He hadn't I was hoping he'd pop in, but I think the little bit of time he has, him and Chimiette try to get out and do what they've got to do to keep the animals fed around the house and keep themselves rolling. It's good for that he's busy. But he's a man of action. Dan Steele, that was the Max Ace Neptune.
Yeah, Maddie, that's the Gigantes. It's fucking sweet. It is so. Every time, like, I flip it, like, it carries, for how big it is, it carries small in the pocket. Like, I don't honestly notice it.
Is it like 7 inches closed?
And then you flick it out, and I don't have a tape measure.
No, you don't have to. It's just huge.
And then you flip it, and it's like, holy shit! But I'm gonna have to send this to. I can either send it back to Medford or to Kyle. I put a dull spot from like here to here, and it cutting through metal wire because I'm an idiot.
Is it S35 or is it?
This is S45.
S45?
Yeah, and I was cutting through what I thought was plastic, and then because this thing was sharp, and as I'm cutting through what I thought was just plastic, and it's not cutting, and then I keep going like this, and I start hearing this like metal.
And you knew you're on a strap. Ooh.
And I'm like, I just forced myself through, and then it's like from here to here, it's like a butter knife. Besides that, but also, dude, it is so much. It's so much fun. Like I said, it carries amazingly well.
What's the clip like on that one?
It's just a.
Because that's the one thing, yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. I like this clip better than what was that, the Slim Midi or the Midi Marauder? The
Slim Midi, but the Midi Marauder's got the same little.
This clip is much better than those two.
And I talked to them. The only way, because there's another clip that fits this knife, and you've got to send the knife in. And I've taken it apart, and I know that the clip has nuts, right? So you can't just screw the clip out and then screw it back in. You've got to put the nuts in, but anybody can do that. And I'm surprised they won't just sell one. They want
It
you to
is a
send it
pocket
back in.
sword, and it's so much fun.
I love them. I really do.
I was
My
going to say that
smallest
Dave
skateboard's
got
not
one
much
too.
bigger.
It was funny because when they announced that they were going to do these like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I talked to the 2 dealers were getting them. I was like, I'm not going to put the money down because I knew they were going to get some extras in, and then I talked to like Dave and I were talking it just, and they're like, is it too big just to be big? And then I saw that some were shipping out to dealers, and so I called the guy, and he's like, actually, this one was intended for a customer who special ordered it, but he ended up not taking it, so I bought it. And then Dave was like, ooh, I'm kind of intrigued. I'm like, I'll send it to you. And the next thing I know, he's like, don't worry about sending it. I just bought one. So, these effing allergies.
Check this rad cat out.
Dude, the flipper it's cool. It doesn't, you know what? I wish everybody could put this in their pocket to see how well it carries, though. It's insane. So,
Go Digi. Go Digi.
I mean, I just traded my DSK kickstand, which is about the same size as this, but a little thicker, to Dave. So now he's got 3 of those.
DigiCat rocks. Here's some more DigiCat.
Is 5 Door still here? Or did everybody bail?
I think everybody's well, I don't know. Marisol's still here. Check out Digi.
I loved that DSK, but like I carried it and I don't know. It was the allergy. Yeah. Fuck.
Digi's got nothing on my little bulldog buddy though. And I usually see him on Instagram.
Steve, come on, Steve. I see your knives and bumpers. I cut through small metal wire because I was too lazy to get side cutters to destroy the edge. So stupid. The sad thing was, I was in my garage and the side cutters were literally 10 feet away. I thought it was plastic.
Check the Steves on this guy.
Steve Clare.
Watch this dude.
I thought we were friends. That's just mean. You're just being mean.
Check him
I
out.
know. It's not like I was at work doing something stupid with it. I was in my own garage where I had 10 feet away. There were side, but it literally felt like the flimsiest plastic, and it was like it was some substantial wire.
I've seen Steve's here. Hold on. Where's the little guy? The little French bulldog.
You should have Steve Clare come on. I want to see his collection.
Steve.
Send Steve a link.
Let me find him on Instagram.
Those Panerai luminors are sweet and simple, but elegant at once. Yes, it is a sweet watch. I freaking love this. Mark. It is. It's simple.
All right, Steve, I'm sending you a link, buddy.
That's why I've wanted one for a while. I always told myself after I bought this, like, I'm a one and done watch guy.
I got my Apple Watch, and that's kind of quenched it for me.
Oh, dude, I fucking hate I when I first got one, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But the same thing with it's just always buzzing and vibrating and.
Oh, I've got mine set. I've got my notifications almost all off.
I won't wear it unless I'm at work now or if I'm biking or doing something that.
You want to record your miles?
And even then, my phone will do it if I have that in my pocket. So,
dude, I've got a skating app that is just the bomb.
What's killing me is I'm gonna have to buy another Apple Watch here soon. only because the battery is dying and it doesn't last a full day on the job anymore. But like, I didn't think I was going to be a watch guy, but I'm a secret watch guy, if that makes sense.
This is going to be a scam.
Did Javon just compare an Apple Watch to a Panerai? I think he did.
No, I didn't.
I fucking love this thing, man. The loom is crazy.
Oh, dude, Shane never wears clothes. You don't. It doesn't matter. We won't make fun of your pancake nibbles.
Come on, Steve. We want to see the sweet stuff. I want to see that knife that you beat me out on.
You come anytime, dude. We're just sitting here watching bulldogs surf. That's right, surf. I hate when it says video play soon, and it doesn't give you. Cause I just hover over the skip.
Exactly, Steve. If you come on in your underwear, think of all the money Javon will make.
Check this rad dude out. To stay on a board going down stairs takes balls.
How is that? Oops.
Oh no. Oh no, he passed away? Oh man. I didn't know that was going to be depressing. Sorry, kids.
Steve, you got to come on and show that Richmond. I want to see how that thing was. That dude was super cool, man. I talked to him on Instagram. I mean, it's always nice when makers will actually give you the time. He even told me when it was dropping, and I still.
This is the dude right here. Can y'all see him? This is little dude who can actually navigate his shit and even get a little pump action going. Check him out with 1 foot, goofy style. Watch this. And then I'll turn. Watch this. Whoa.
Steve, that's why you got to take an expensive knife to work and just kind of, just do it.
Do y'all ever just scroll the shorts and see all the crazy weird shit that's on there?
What was it? A couple weeks ago, I was prying open a crate. I'm not taking video. When people say don't pry with your knives, I mean, it's nothing. It's particle board, but it's 1/4-inch particle board, and it's screwed in. And I just always stick a knife in and start prying up on one corner. And you wait for the blade to snap, and then when it doesn't, you're like, success.
Have y'all seen this pet?
That's why you should come on and show it to us, because it looked absolutely beautiful in pictures. That black, right? It was like a black polished burlap micarta. Oh my God, that looks so good.
Can y'all see that little Joey?
It looks like a pink nightmare.
Yeah, it looks like a mole. They found it in the dirt. That's how they found that panther. But it turns into a fucking
Dude,
one of those things.
That's the thing, though. It's all about like time. Like, I know I'm going to open that crate, so I could go to the trailer and get an impact or a screw and put the bit in, and it's just easier to drive it over to the bin with the telehandler, and I pop that lid off, and then we hand everything in. I know I'm going to do it, but it's more satisfying prying with a knife, if that makes any sense at all.
I hope he knocks out Jake Paul.
Hey, when is that fight?
It's in December. You know, they've now, it's so wonky. I don't trust it because they've now made it a pro-sanctioned fight. So it's going to count towards either of their records. And Tyson, they said in the interviews, has been totally fucking scary because he's just changed personalities.
Joe Rogan just the other day was talking. God, who was he talking
about? How scary I saw it.
About how when he interviewed him, that's why his table is so much. I mean,
yeah, because he came in when he was going to fight Roy Jones Jr. and he was all scary.
Yeah, and the time before that, he was like 300 pounds. He's like, I eat what I want to eat, and this and that.
Oh yeah, exactly. And
Dude, I'm
Tyson can't believe
fascinated
this
by
right here is what I watched today, and this
I
is
grew
what he
up
talks.
watching Tyson, and I still
This
remember
is
in
where he shows his most terrifying knockout.
elementary school, like seeing him like Sports Illustrated, like
You don't look like no
he
Tyson
knocked him out in
58.
27
right?
seconds.
No, he was much.
Watch this shit. Get to it. This is when he fought Spinks' son or somebody.
Because
They're just talking about how scared he looks. Not Tyson. But they're like, he's unlike anybody else because he kept coming at you, moving where there was no way you could hit him. This was on ABC Wild World of Sports. It was like his first real fight or whatever, where people knew. It's like Joe Rogan said, this is when he thinks he was crowned himself as the
dude, it's
greatest.
a lot thicker than I. Is it thicker, Steve? It looks thick with that backspacer on there. God, that is a beautiful fucking knife. How? Oh God, damn you,
He's getting ready to go to sleep.
Strider's on me for prying. Steve, he told me what was dropping, and I saw it, and I could have said, and a little part of me was like, bad internet, but I know Steve really wants this knife.
That's where he's talking about the table.
Fills the hand. God, that is. It just looks so well done, Steve. I mean, absolutely.
It's wild, but I believe it's rightfully
Yes.
so to be that way, and I just know how to. I don't think I mastered, but I just know.
This is when he came
Well,
back the
that's
second time after he'd
reached
been
a
so jolly.
state of ability and of accomplishment that very few
There's
humans
nothing on that knife that doesn't look
and because I'm inside you again.
just
Know how to.
perfect.
I don't think I mastered, but I just know how to deal with it. I don't let it overwhelm me.
Dude, I love the
No,
fucking blade on
of
that.
course not. It's a strange conversation to have because he was like so focused and so intense. You know, it was almost hard pulling conversation.
Whew, that's a good looking knife. I'll trade you something for it.
And see, they say now he can use all this electronic muscle stimulation, and they've got this PED clause because he's going to be 58, where he can use certain types of, I forget what they call them, but they're
Growth hormone.
well, it's not as much the growth, but you can, but it's that they call it something else. It's something that replaces
Hormone therapy.
energy. Yeah, something, but it's where is that fucking?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's doing that in his garage. It is so. That's the thing. Like, there are so many small makers out there that all of a sudden one day you're just like, they pop up on your radar and you're like, wow. I can't wait to see. Dave said he's been talking to Sergey Rogovitz about doing another build. I can't wait to see what comes out of that.
His past endeavors
I was undeniable based off of
on the YouTuber turned boxer. Surprisingly,
I mean,
he wakes up.
Jake can. I mean,
Each
I don't know.
punch is
I don't know boxing.
Well, that's what
He's
what's
got
his name
he's in
says.
training.
Joe Rogan says if he wasn't a YouTuber, he would get a lot more respect because he is a very good boxer.
Yeah, but he still fights. I mean, but he's still. I mean, what boxers
In
has
with a
he
big
fought?
counterpunch, the
Other
power
than,
of youth and speed. While Tyson still possesses devastating
Fury,
the mental
right?
aspect of the fight.
He fought MMA fighters who are not real boxers; they're MMA fighters.
They're grapplers. Yeah, that's the main. That's what gets most of those guys
So-
into the sport.
I mean, God, I just hope Tyson takes his fucking head off.
Well, you know, the odds are way against him, but the odds were against that Garcia guy too.
I mean,
That's trigger assault. The fix is probably in because on that Garcia fight, for it to be a split decision, that's crazy. Plus, that other guy was knocked out in the 7th round, but the ref saved him. Which is nuts.
Dude, I fucking just love this knife. Look at that.
That thing's just...
I know. The funny thing was, the minute Dave, I saw he got it, I just knew it would be mine one day. And then when we went golfing in Arizona, he met us and he showed it to me. I'm like, all right, just don't do your typical Dave stuff. Don't sandblast all the fun stuff off, because you know it's going to be mine one of these days.
Josh, I'm Googling it, but I think Jake does have... I think he does have a couple of fights that were 9-1. He has a professional boxing record of 9-1 with 6 wins coming by the way of knockout. He started by competing against an NBA player, Nate Robinson. And what's weird about boxing is, as long as the people sanction it, the advertisers, it can be a pro fight, right? So I don't know how real all that is. But I know that the replay of that Garcia fight was impressive. Did y'all see that? The guy who was acting like he was going crazy, that fought that Haney guy, which is really funny because he had just been made a prime sponsor, which was his kiss of death, allegedly. Let's see if I can... Let's do that.
Who wanted to buy that in Nkosi? Was that not Lord Needham? Someone else in there earlier.
Check this shit out.
Dude, it's insane how fast Tyson's head movement
Well,
still
this little
is.
guy, this is that little guy that everybody thought was crazy who didn't train. And this guy should have been knocked out, because this is 7. Watch this count. This guy's out on his feet. And he kept him away. The guy's unconscious, standing up. The fix was in there. Knocked him down 4 times, and it was a split decision. Tell me how that happens. And he broke his jaw. That was impressive, because everybody thought he was going to get knocked out. And the odds were, I don't know if y'all heard that, but the odds were, I forget what they were. What's his name didn't make weight. He missed it by 3 pounds, and it was $500,000 per pound. So he had to pay $1.5 million to that other guy's camp for missing weight. And when they asked him about it in the post-fight, if that was did he think about that? He said, yeah, I had it all part of the plan. He goes, I can't fight at 135. My body won't do it. But so I just bet on myself, and I doubled my money. So he bet on himself. The odds were enough to where it covered. And I guess in fighting, it's not like baseball where you can't bet on yourself. Homer, you won, buddy. Congratulations, my man. Email me. Let me put my email address up here again. At Gmail. I tried to set up a awesome, brother. I tried to set up a Gmail that would be easier for people to get in touch with the channel. So Javon's Knifeflix at Gmail. All of it just kind of spelled out. What's up, Rob's Nerdy Knives? Channel member, how are you, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, there is a huge difference, I would think, Ant, because I think betting against yourself, you could then take a dive. But I guess you're right. I mean, the morality of it, I don't know. I mean, I would think if you can't do one, you shouldn't be able to do the other. But I would definitely say that betting on yourself is different. Because if you know you're going to get $50,000 if you lose, Captain
did
Smith and
see.
Knives, what's up, buddy?
If you're looking for the single blade, look at. God, where did I see one the other day? Knife Ship Free, or look on Knife Art or Knife Joy. They have a ton of Chris Reeves. So,
And Snow Troc, he did a great deal boxing the scorecard because he did score and win a lot of rounds. And that's where the average guy like me doesn't understand it, right? I just look at what seems to be a commanding performance. I'm not thinking of how they're actually scoring the fight because I'm an idiot.
we were talking earlier about like these American makers not selling out. And what the economy, like Hinder's got, if you go to Hinder's site right now, they've got non-flipper Bowies and Project X's still available. So,
Well, I know the Skinners are available. Let me go to Hinder.
Skinners, but go to Hinder. I mean, they've got non-flipper, which people love the non-flipper Hinders, and they've got it in the Bowie, which is like the first time they've done that.
Skinner. Yeah, they got. Oh, they're out of stock.
Where on Hinder or
on Hinder? The only ones they've got left are the Skinners.
Go to.
No, there's one. You're right. There is a non-flipper Bowie.
Site. Yeah, you can. You. They used to list them all, and now you can pick your scale.
Found it. Choose an option. Out of stock. Yeah, you can choose blue or black.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll share it. And you said they have Project X's too?
They had Project X's available in black. And then the black G10, but then I think you could pick the lock side still. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Project X.
Stonewash and Stonewash Blue.
Yeah. So
they have anything else in stock?
I don't know. I just looked real quick when I was buying that amphibian. Because I was like, $300, $500. Because I haven't bought a knife in a while, so.
Dude, it's been forever for me.
I'm excited to try that amphibian.
Yeah, that should be a pretty interesting knife. Again, it's never appealed to me just because of the recurve, but I love the ram lock.
And
I love the ram lock on the stitch. And my buddy's got the G10.
Is it a large or a small?
Yeah, they do, Rob. They've got the Skinner. They've got one Project X, I think, or they might be out of the Project X. But I know they've got several Skinners. Dude, this is the sharpest knife I've got.
I'm always impressed with Protect's grind.
Look how sharp this is. Well, fuck.
Did you cut through a wire with that? Did you lend it to?
No, but just, I mean, the paper just falls apart.
I've always wanted a stitch. I don't know why I didn't hold out, but I saw that green and it's got it was the aluminum scale. I thought, oh fuck.
Dude, use my link and go get you one. $300.
I just bought. Where at?
You can get it DLT. They're back in stock. Here, I'll show you.
All right, are they still in stock?
Of course. I was just looking at them.
Go to.
Let me show you. But they're not in the new. They're in the restock. Hold on.
Are they the? I don't want the G10. I want the aluminum.
Yeah, the aluminum is what it is.
DLT.
I'll send you a link, Goo. Let me find it first. I find more stuff on their restock page than on their new, because it's even deep. It's not even on page 1.
Oh, they do. They've got the. That's G10 fluted though.
Hold on, let me find you the
G10.
That's the auto. Hold on.
Fucking allergies. Dude,
You
they
ever
did
take
a
any?
badass like Arctic camo one a while ago that they need to bring back.
You might be right. They might be out of those other ones.
Yeah, go to NC Blade.
NC Blade.
It's going to ruin the unboxing, but we'll do a sneak preview tonight. All right. It's getting better.
G. STICH. Do you like serrations?
You know what? I do, especially at work. But go to the amphibian. Look at that green amphibian I just got.
And it's at NC.
NC Blade.
All right, let me get there. And share it. I'm not big on navigating this site. Let's see. So you got the OD green fluted G10?
Nope, I got the aluminum. It's like a brighter green. Just type in amphibian.
Yeah. This one right here?
Yeah, that shiny one on the right. Yeah.
Sweet, dude. I like that thumb stud.
So we'll try it out. I've never even held one, but it looked cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Dude, I got to work early. It's hard having teenagers, man. And then when your girls like finally like they're done with you.
Oh, dude, it's I talked to mine. Mine called me or texted me during the storms we had during the tornadoes, checking on me. But yeah, they grow up. They go away, dude, and it happens quick.
My last one out of the triplets, texted her. I'm like, hey, you want to go golfing when you get done with school today? And texted back about 20 minutes later. No, we're gonna go shopping for makeup. I was like, what the fuck? That hurts.
I know, dude. It happens. It does.
That was my last one. I mean, I've got my 10-year-old still, yeah. So I'm gonna take her golfing this weekend, but it just breaks your heart.
Yeah, daddy-daughter time, dude. I can show pictures. Dude, I don't know where they all are, but I used to. Let me find my old Instagram.
Oh, it just like.
My daughter was a skating queen. I mean, she skateboarded with me everywhere. Let me find her. Here she is now. Or not now, but like last year. But I remember as a baby. That's her holding a picture of me with a ponytail in high school. This was my personal page before I had a Javon page. But I've got a lot of her skating when I get down through the bullshit. Yeah, I went through a phase where where is she? This is the app I use. It takes my average speed, shows my altitude changes, my distance, my time. Where's Brett? Let me find her. That was my hobby before I got addicted to knives.
Crispy, this is my naked room.
The struggle's real. Where is she?
Dude, this knife is fucking pissing me off. I don't know what happened. I'll take it apart.
Do you think it's bent? Is the blade bent, maybe?
No, I don't. Dude, when I opened it, it was the craziest action out of the... Like, I've never had a Rask double bounce. That's how good and I didn't do anything, and it's just like it doesn't bother me, but they usually get better, and this thing has just gotten garbage. It's fucking pissing me off. They usually get dirty. They're great when you get them, and then they get pocket lint or whatever, and you got to take them apart and clean them, and they're great again. And this thing is not. This will be the third time. Well, twice tonight. I'm gonna try. I don't know if. What the fuck?
That's how fast it happens, dude. Do not blink.
Yeah, it's like I don't want them to graduate, and it's the. You know what? It's the fucking boys.
Then you got to deal with that bullshit.
It's you know what it is too? It's these fucking boys now because they don't know how to fucking communicate like a normal person. Everything is through text. So they come into my fucking house and they won't even like talk to you.
No, they're totally. I made them, but they're very antisocial. Their whole skill set. They'll all sit around. I'd sit there. My daughter and her friends would all sit around. They'd be on their phones, fucking
Yeah.
texting each other.
These they just don't have any fucking social skills.
No, they don't. I
Which
can't
is
find any. There's a little picture of her. Is you just a little homie?
it's these. I mean, it's oh yeah.
Dude, they grow too fast. I'm telling you, man.
You're fucking 16 years old, dude. I told my wife last night, like, this fucking one kid that my daughter's seeing. And I don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, you're like, fuck you, dude. Like, I mean, dude, you're 16 years old. Get rid of your loser stash, okay?
Oh, I
So-
know, dude. But it goes back to we think of ourselves in those same positions, and it's just
Yeah, but high schoolers, like back in my day, if you had facial hair,
yeah. I had one buddy who grew a mustache. He had one of those seventh grade stashes that was very gay. He thought it was cool.
yeah. I told her, my wife was like, I told her, this is all fun and jest, but I told him next time he comes over here with his fucking mustache, I was going to shave it off and then I was going to shave my fucking pubes and glue them to his face to teach him a lesson.
My daughter started skateboarding when she was probably 3.
Oh,
I mean, she can fucking kick and push like a champ. She even made it in the Silverfish Hall of Meat, which is a place where if you have really bad skateboard wrecks and send your pictures, they'll post them. It used to be a message board. I think I've got that picture on here somewhere. And she was getting pulled by Luna, this dog, this pit bull, rest in peace, friend of ours, and hit a manhole cover and didn't let go of the leash. So she got pulled on her stomach. She had major road rash. Where is it?
that's exactly crispy. But God, the social skills of these fucking boys now.
Boys are always been trouble, though.
But,
We
like,
were trouble.
No, exactly. My wife was like, yeah, but at least if I went to a girl's house in high school, like that
You'd
was
be
the
nice to the dad, but you'd still be an asshole when you left.
you had to talk to the fucking parents, right?
Sure, you had to befriend the parents.
This loser came over to my house the other night, and because I was outside playing fetch with the dog, he texted her to have her come out and walk him in instead of him like getting out of his fucking car and having any kind of conversation.
That's just creepy. I mean, see, as a dad, I'd make them talk to me. There was only one that Brittany had before the one that she just broke up with. So she's only had 2 dudes in her life. And the first one was trouble, but he got sober. That dude, they'd broken up and we were at her college orientation. We were in a dorm together and she got a phone call. He got shot in a drug deal gone wrong. He didn't get killed, but he almost did. Got shot right in the crotch and the leg.
Wait. Am I Dave?
Yeah, man. And it's scary, dude.
That's the thing. Like in high school, how old are you, Steve? We're probably the same age. Like you didn't have facial hair, and not that it's a bad thing, but you're 16. If you can't grow a fucking full, don't show up to my house with these 7 whiskers out of your fucking face and not talk to me. I don't know if the fucking bearing this rask is going to be the end of me.
Twang Thang gifted a membership. Thank you, Twang Thang.
45. Fuck you, Steve Clare. Just go fuck yourself. You got my knives. You won't come on here and talk to us. You're 3 years younger than me. You have all your hair. I mean, that's just like a
I
dick.
see who Twang Thang who got the membership. I can't see it. Let's see.
46 on Monday. Happy birthday, Steve. You know what? God, are you still looking for a knife for was it the 8th of February?
Yeah, I was one of those that didn't have to start shaving until I was like 23. And this is COVID growth. What time said faction tonight? I think it's midnight, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it sounds grumpy. Yeah, I am grumpy. Wait till your daughter start dating.
Dude, I was there. You just got to instill the fear of God and respect into them. Just let them know that you're.
Oh, and here's the thing. I'm not worried about the girls. Like, they have good values, but it's these fucking boys, or it's their friends, like these.
Yeah, you just can't. In groups, nothing good happens, right?
Yeah.
So what you got to do is you just got to make them fear that your technology and your ability to track what they do and what their intentions are greater than they really are.
That was the thing. Like when I was in high school, like the shit I got away with, it was like my parents forgot what it was like. I remember what it was like being a teenager like yesterday, so I don't know what the fuck my parents were thinking, but it's terrifying.
Oh, I know, dude. It's just
Okay,
and things have gotten I mean, we didn't have social media to plan out shit, right? I mean, it's just like a totally different deal now.
No, it was.
It's scary, and I'm glad. I mean,
Anyway,
that we didn't have that we weren't uploading pictures and doing shit like that back then, because I know I would have. Yeah, Josh, exactly. You got to scare the shit out of them.
Because Chris Reeve and Grimsmo do a really good job of dating their knives, which I appreciate. I think that might be one of the. So I'm always looking, and when one comes up, because I still need a knife for my eldest or my youngest daughter's birthday. But when I'm looking, Steve, I'm looking, and I'll just grab it someday if I ever find one. But they don't.
What kind of knives do your daughters like? Do they get big knives too?
They don't like any knives. Actually, you know what? There's one of my triplets. The kids. So I decided, fuck them. They don't like knives. They're all going to get a Rask because a Rask is simple, and they'll all get a watch. I'll buy 4 watches. I told myself I was like one watch guy. I'll get 4 nice watches, so when I'm dead, they each get a nice watch because they know I wear a watch all the time. Right after my mom passed away, I bought this Sebenza, and just because it's beautiful, and I thought, fuck, I need a knife to,
change the course of the.
Well, she was a beautiful person, and this is a beautiful knife, so I bought it. And because of that, one of my triplets, who is really, really close to my mom, I mean, so really it's her knife now. She I don't even get to really carry it anymore, even though so I'm looking for another one, another Damascus box elder to buy for myself, even though I've got that Rask that I bought last year, and I was having issues with it. And when I open it up, Grimsmo does a really good thing of
Hang in there, Steven.
marking down, like they mark the date that the knife was made on the scale, and it doesn't match the card. And I was having fucking issues with this knife, getting pissed off, and I open it up, and it's my mom's birthday, and it would just fucking just stopped me in my tracks. But no, so one of my daughters loves this knife. She doesn't. She's 16, but she doesn't like to. She opens it like this, and I got a slip for it, and it's just kind of a comfort knife. She'll just kind of like to hold.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. She's kind of. So she'll get that one. Honestly, they can have whatever the fuck they want when I'm dead.
Very sentimental. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
They're gonna get it all anyway. So, but I don't know how many of these knives will still be around. But my goal was to get each of them a knife with their birthday, and then along that road, I thought, okay, I really like the Rask. It's an easy, simple knife, so they can each have a Rask, and then I just have a. They knew I liked my nice watch I bought, so I thought, well, shit, that's not fair. Only to have one kid get a fucking watch. So then I was like, all right, I like watches, so I'll buy. That gave me an excuse. I'll buy 4. So each of them will get a watch when I'm dead. A watch and a knife. So
well, hopefully that won't be anytime soon, and you'll get to enjoy them. That's a good excuse.
I know. That's why I told my wife. I'm like, oh, they'll eat. She's like, but you.
Colin, what's going on, buddy?
She was like, you said that one watch was going to be all you needed. I'm like, it is. But then I thought, who gets that watch when I'm dead?
Where'd I put it?
They'll each get.
Colin McGuire's in here, Mag 10 Knife Works. He's the one that makes
the lefty guy
these beautiful knives. We look at his Instagram from time to time. We're going to take a look at it now. This is the EDW, by the way, and it is sick.
So, yeah, it's just me pushing my knife obsession on them.
But that's a good thing.
It is. Here's, and it's, it's funny because they know I like knives. And it's always a joke when we're going out to eat or whatever, and it's just like, I'll say, all right, how many knives you guys got on you? And they're like, none. I'm like, that's okay. I got 3. You're all good. So it's kind of a running joke, and they know I enjoy them. They know that there's some special knives in my collection that are.
God, you need that.
What's that? A fixed blade?
Yeah, this Mag 10 with this glow carbon fiber, this EDW. Look at the blade.
Is that a warn?
Yeah, it's a warning. Dude, he makes, and if you like your Dama steel.
You know what's funny is I always thought that was stupid, but the more knives I've got in Damascus and Dama steel, I appreciate it. It's.
Well, check it out. I mean, he makes it.
He makes the Damascus?
Yeah, see that?
All right, check this out. Should I pull your buddy? I don't really like that knife, but if he sends me one, maybe I'll like it to review.
That's Tri-State.
I didn't say that.
I know. That was Sharif before he knew Sharif.
Oh, dude, Gunny Glide's the way to go.
Oh, Crispy Critter, that's awesome, dude. You just relish that.
I'll be right back.
I'm lucky if I get a cat to fall asleep on me, and then it just sucks. Nothing worse than a hot cat on your chest. What's up, Pitt? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, the Northern Lights. Sweet. Good to see you, channel member. You haven't missed a thing. We've just been hanging out talking about being dads of daughters. And I didn't think I'd ever be able to make it as a dad of a daughter because God gave me a gift, and my wife, X, was a high-risk pregnancy. So we had 4 ultrasounds, and it was going to be a baby boy, and we were going to name it Will. Didn't ever think that I was having a baby girl. So when she was born, she was baby girl Evans for 2 days. So I didn't have time to worry about it, right? I just had and went through or witnessed my ex go through a 48-hour labor with complications. So I was just glad to have a happy baby. But then I started thinking, God, how am I going to deal with this if she gets older? But it just happens. You just, as you become a dad of a daughter, it just changes. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. But I didn't have those fears. I mean, I think I'd have the same fears of a son. But I think I don't have a son, but I think I would have the same fears because I think I knew what I was capable of if I was provoked or if my daughter was threatened. I never doubted it. And I let Caleb and I let Connor, both of them, know. And I kind of said it in a joking way. But yeah, I would have no problem unaliving them. That would be my game plan.
I just want to take like some really strong duct tape and put it on that stupid kid's mustache and just fucking.
Well, you need to just talk to him about it. Say, hey, dude, you know, that's really cheesy. Because kids.
He won't even fucking talk to me.
Well, then I wouldn't. I would talk to your daughter in a nice way and say, look, I really need to get to know him.
I know. That's what when we built this house, we built the downstairs area, you know, pool table, bar area, theater room, and so
they hang there.
Everybody would come here, and they do, but these fucking boys, man, like, I just want to fucking. Actually, it's just this one kid. I just want to smash this kid in the fucking face. Just one of them.
In the little mustache kid. Well, you can tell. You can pick up a lot of
little mustache kid, yeah. Of
nonverbal communications. You can tell the sneaky ones because we were the sneaky ones, right? So you can identify that. I can identify that behavior. I knew that the first kid was an addict because at the time I just come out of addiction. So I'm still an addict, but I was not using anymore. And I was like telling my ex, no, you know, he's not only using, but he's using major opiates. And then she called me one night and she found something in her bathroom, and it was, you know, the worst it could be in terms of what he was using. But I knew it because I could tell based on not the fact that he was fucked up looking, but his stories, the way he just kind of lollygagged through any kind of communication, kind of just mirrored me.
Yeah.
But if you were a sneaky kid, you can spot a sneaky kid, and I think that's a good sense to have. And if you're wrong, it's still a good sense to have because it's your kid.
I just remember being that kid, that age, when you're going over to a girl's house. I mean, but being respectful and being fuck.
You wanted the parents to like you. You wanted to yes sir, yes ma'am. I mean, we were raised differently though. I'm convinced
these losers won't even. I mean, and that's just the sign of the times now. Everything's like they're so lazy they can't even text full words out anymore.
You know what we haven't done? We haven't checked to see if we've got 0 viewers on Twitter. We are live on Twitter. We're also live on Facebook.
Is that button lock that Dave just showed the other day? Off grid, are they the guys making that button lock, that integral button lock, or am I completely a moron?
Let's see if Facebook's got it streaming. StreamYard lets you share it to different destinations now. And I just, for shits and giggles.
And exactly, right? you were. I'm sorry. Like, there's a different boy that comes over, super fucking nice.
We're streaming to no one on Facebook too.
All right.
But YouTube's where it's at. And it won't let me stream to Instagram unless I change back to a professional account, which I'm not going to do because it kept flagging every one of my posts as being against terms of service. Ever since I've gone back to a personal account, I haven't had one flag. And I've picked up probably 150 followers. Well, guys, it's getting close to 11, which means
we're getting ready to bounce.
I got to run to the border here in just a sec. I got to run to the border. They're going to screw me if I decide to run the border.
Your diet just consists of Taco Bell and cereal.
No. I do a lot of, and this sounds even worse, but I eat a lot of those cafe steamers during the week.
I don't know.
Like cafe steamers, you get them in the frozen section, but they're different because they've got like chicken. I get the General Chow's chicken and the chicken Parmesan or chicken Primavera, but it's a little basket that sits on top of the sauce. So when you microwave it, the steam from the sauce is what cooks it. And then you dump it down in the bottom of the thing and it doesn't taste like it's microwaved. It's shitty, but it's, cafe steamers, Luke. But Fridays is when I start getting the hankering for Taco Bell. And it's always the same thing. And now that Ashley passed away, I used to get like 2 Mexican pizzas and 3 soft tacos and could never eat the soft tacos and would end up giving them to her. I need to learn how to cook, Aunt. I do, dude. I used to cook when I had a family. It's kind of like wanting to retire.
Is that made in the States? Are those Mark Hair? Is that knife made in the States or is it overseas? Trying to look at their.
Rob, I had sharp dress scales on this, and I put my pink ones back on. Whoops, and I misflicked it. Scotch, what do you got going the rest of the weekend?
I've got to go to Omaha tomorrow and watch my niece and nephew play soccer and flag football. But I'd rather stay here and golf. And then Sunday, I think I'm gonna get some golf in. That's about it.
With your daughter?
No, they're singing at graduation, so I'll probably just play with myself Sunday morning.
I used to play all the time drinking, and I'm a pretty good golfer, decent golfer. I have a terrible short game, but that's probably because I was drinking. I haven't played sober yet. I need to go out and play.
It's the most interesting game. Like, I've been playing, like, Kyle was a golf pro, but to be where I can go out one day and drive the ball awesome.
And then have your towards be off by like 40 degrees.
Horrible, and then I could play the very next day.
And it's 20 degrees off.
And I could be slicing, and my short game's awesome. So it's always a challenge.
It is. I think a lot of it's controlling your getting your swing mechanics down and then being consistent with your swing speed. Edgy's back. He was getting some real quality time. Colin, thanks for stopping in here, buddy. You're nice. Y'all check out Mag 10 Knife Works. It's actually Mag 10 USA, but not Mag 10 Knife Works on the gram. Let me drop a link in here. Because again, when I saw his knives at Blade Show, and I found out he was going to be showing.
So far, I'm always seeing like they want to make their knives in the States, but they can't for the price point. But they're not. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Submit with Best Tech and Taiwan partners. The knives look cool. I learned something about Nick Shabazz that I wasn't really impressed with. So
you did what?
I've heard some shit about Nick Shabazz. I wasn't really, and I'm a Nick Shabazz fan.
I used to watch him early on. I don't see a lot of his content anymore. Is he
Well,
putting out a lot?
his main job took him away, but I heard something from someone, can't say who, but he wants paid for reviews. Good or bad? All right, okay, 5 seconds.
Yeah, we're about to be out of here.
Yeah. So that really kind of.
Well, Melissa Backwoods does the same. I think as long as they're upfront with it, and Shabazz is always what I've liked about him is he always says,
for review, like he charges for reviews though.
Well, Melissa Backwoods does. She does it on Instagram. If you go to her Instagram, and even says, I think it's like $1,000 per review or something like that.
I had never. Jesus Christ, that seems outrageous.
Dude, she's got a shitload of followers. She's on Naked and Afraid.
Stupid.
I know, but you think about it, dude, and I hate to say it, but a good-looking Naked and Afraid titties chick is going to sell knives.
I did Mr. JR, Mr. Ms. I did not see these. You know what's funny? I quit watching a lot of these guys who I used to watch because it got so fucking annoying. It just became like a commercial of what they could.
Isn't that weird?
So I don't have. They just don't pop up on my feed anymore. So I don't see Shabazz or MC or Neves. I mean, Jared seems like a nice guy, but it just seems like a fucking commercial. I get tired of seeing these budget knives because that's not what I'm in. So they're not in my feed anymore. How many 5 best fucking budget knives are there? Every week there can't be 5 new greatest fucking Chinese.
I get tired of the title best, but that's what gets clicks.
Yeah.
So she doesn't say it says somewhere
as viewers that these guys they're in it to make money. So is it really the 5th best fucking budget knife this week?
But this chick has got real skills. I mean, because she was on Naked and Afraid. Check this out. She's nailing that can at about 30 yards.
But it's weird though, because like I said, like I haven't been watched, so those guys don't pop up in my feed anymore. And I've been getting a lot of these weird, which I've never searched, but like these weird EDC pocket junk kind of guys, which I I'm not into that. I don't know why that's in my feed now, but it's like.
I'll show you something funny. This is my feed. This shows you the kind of crazy shit I watch.
Yeah, edgy. And you want to think everybody's in it for the night. Like, I don't know. I just like the knives. And I used to like to watch stuff just for the knives. And it's hard for me to watch that stuff now because my tastes have me now compared to like 5 years ago where I was consuming as much stuff as I could. My time is worth more now for me it's hard for me to sit down and watch anything like that. It's got to either entertain me or
educate you.
Searching for something, but I don't have the time or the patience or the energy to watch a knife on some fucking budget G10 D2 steel knife from China that I have no interest in. So
I think there's a place for
it is, because if it gets people into the community.
Dude, I had 2 cases.
That's where I was.
Can tell you.
That's where I was, say, 5 or 6 years ago, or whatever.
That's all I collected, and Shane will tell you.
Completely understand it, because if it gets you into the community, that's great. But you've moved. I don't want to sound like I'm better than anybody, but my tastes have changed, and I can see that they're just. Like everything now is an affiliate link or this or that. We're used to not be like that. So it's all a commercial now. And you have to realize is this budget knife really the greatest thing, or are they just trying to make money by you clicking on their link and buying it?
Yeah. I mean, and I can see that. And I was one that fought affiliate links for a long time.
If it gets a knife in your fucking pocket, perfect. So it's
But
Doug's thing.
see, I come from a sales background. That's what I've always kind of done. So I think that most people can tell that it's obvious if somebody's selling versus if somebody's just sharing their thoughts. And a review to me is an overview unless you've gone out and done cut tests and really have beat the hell out of the knife, which I never do. Mine are more overviews.
I don't know if I would take that deal. I don't know what my soul is worth, you know. I do work outside all day. I do talk about knives to anybody I can talk about knives to. But I also enjoy not feeling like I've sold my soul to the devil.
I think you can do both. I think
know.
if you build it now, you know, there's some when you get so big that I think a lot of the personality or the personability between the people that watch your stuff and support you and the people that you can know and not know gets kind of blurred. So
Steve,
I don't see it being
fine once you kind of and that's what it was like for if you watch, like I was buying a lot of different, but then once you kind of hone in on what your style is, like obviously it's a Strider or it's a something like that. It's once you kind of hone in on what you like, or like obviously Steve Clare, his collection, it's
Rob, that's kind of what I mean.
Nice stuff.
Because I always say I use it as a city dweller does, right? So mine's use is usually opening packages, whittling on my stick.
Wow, so just a bunch of comments.
I still call them overviews.
Yeah.
And again, I have a hard time with cut tests unless you're cutting with 10 different samples of the same knife. I think to do a cut test with one knife, and I know it's not really possible, but it's hard to do.
The nice thing is there's a knife out there for everybody.
Absolutely.
There is, and it could be that. It could be you watch some YouTuber who's just trying to sell you something, and you buy that knife and you're fucking perfectly happy, and that's awesome because you have a knife in your pocket. It's just like like I'm a gun guy, and hey, if you got a gun, well, I don't care if it's what kind of, you know, if you've taken the choice to put a gun in your pocket or in your waistband, bravo. Same thing with a knife. But it's hard watching. The longer you're in it, it's hard kind of going back and watching commercials.
But I can tell, and that's why I don't watch that type of content, right? Because you can kind of tell who I know who I like to see, and it's different than what other people like to see.
Maybe it was something with that nano oil, because the fucking Gunny Glide is working.
It very well could be. It could have just gummed up on you.
The Gunny Glide. Fuck, my knife is back.
Gunny Glide is great, dude. So
Gunny Glide is awesome.
Well, you got anything to share, Scotch, before we bail out of here?
No, I'm gonna go watch the little kids play horrible sports tomorrow, and
hey, you remember those are what times are about.
Maybe I'll walk around Cabela's and buy a Benchmade bug out or something with my fucking Cabela's money.
There you go.
Nope.
Guys,
I think I deserve a new 1911.
You do. That's better than a knife anytime.
I can't wait. You know what? And that was the great thing for me. So we have a Cabela's in Omaha, and fuck, man, it's been 8 years. They had a knife center. Like that's where I bought my first Spyderco from 10 years ago.
A dedicated knife center in Cabela's?
In the center. So there was you you walk in, you walk in, they're all about the same. You walk in and there's camping and fishing and shit on one side, and then you kind of get into the guns and shit on this side. You would walk in, and right in the center there was uh, a kiosk that would be manned by someone, and they had the high-end knives, all right? The high-end Benchmade, Spyderco, and ZT were in the, like, you had to ask for someone to bring this knife out and show it to you. But then they had the cheaper,
Stuff
Spyderco,
out.
all the shit
Kershaw.
on peg. Like there were 4 out, and now it's not that way anymore. Now it's just, they're still like, they moved it in over by the gun area that used to be like the optics center. It's just pretty much Benchmade now. There's still a guy back there, and he can show you this pair of really nice binoculars or this Benchmade knife. So
Kids, I'm going to let y'all out of here. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. Scotch, love you, brother.
next week, man.